Hi Fig Tree, Shane Dirks here, joining you on Tuesday lunchtime from Ignite Youth Camp. Came down to visit this morning and it's amazing. God has just been so kind to us. There's a great big marquee that's been erected. Ruth Barnes brought a powerful word this morning and I'm told last night as well. And all our campers look like they're in great condition with a really wonderful vibe. So praise God. Last year we had bushfires and we're stuck back at church. This year, of course, I don't need to explain to you the complications, but so far so good, more than good, so far so great. It's really quite wonderful. So I hope you'll be praising God to hear that things are underway and going really well here at Ignite. Now let me remind you, if you are an Ignite parent or caregiver, in years gone by, we've had a bit of an afternoon tea on return. Now, that's one of the things we can't do this year. So once the campers return to church, we're going to ask that you would collect your camper, get them home in the best possible condition, but don't stick around. It's just one of the COVID requirements is that we don't hang around for that afternoon tea. Instead, collect your child and head off home to hear all the stories from the week of camp. What's going on with church? Well, thanks everyone who was a part of church last Sunday, whether it was online or whether you joined us in the flesh. We were a full house in the morning, which was fantastic. And I was so encouraged to see those of you who came along for our prayer gathering at 6 p.m. This Sunday will look exactly the same. So get your registration in for the 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock service or join 10 o'clock online. 6 p.m, once again, we have a prayer gathering. So much to thank God for and to call out to Him about. You must register for that one as well. So I hope you'll be able to join us in one way or another this Sunday. A couple of things to remind you of coming up, and one special thing I want to share with you as well. Stories at sunset on the 19th of January for our ladies. Get your registration in. I do need to remind you, the numbers are limited to 100. Now you might say, well, I better not register just yet. No, that doesn't actually help anybody. If you would go ahead and put your registration in now, it helps us make sure that we're catering for people in the best possible way. So ladies, rego for Stories at sunset. Going to be some wonderful things shared at that occasion. Now, we have been enjoying hearing from a number of the preachers over the last few weeks. Last Sunday, we heard from Warwick de Jersey. This Sunday, Langdon Stewart will be bringing you a message of his own choice. What then? Well, we gave some thought to what we wanted God to be speaking into our hearts as a church right now. And you, of course, know we continue to pray for our nominators as we await God to make known our senior leader into the future. So it seemed a good idea that we might spend some time in the book of 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel is a place where God seems to lead through priests, prophets, kings, but all the while we see that God is the one who is leading, and we see the importance of, regardless of the office, that God's leaders and indeed God's people commit themselves to following. So I hope you'll join us. Term 1 for 10 weeks, we'll be journeying through 1 Samuel. Some Bible studies are being prepared as well. And we also have a life group leaders brunch, which Joe will tell you guys about in a separate communication for you to come along. And George Athos, Dr. George Athos from Moore College will be our guest. He'll be giving us an overview and a bit of an insight into the book of 1 Samuel. So I hope you are well. These guys are great. Continue to pray for Ignite. And I'll see you this Sunday.